innovative model for cybersecurity awareness training. Dr. Taherdous, please share your slide with us. I'm going to give you a thumbs up at 6:47 to show you that you have only 5 minutes left to wrap up your presentation. Thank you so much, and the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mehri, for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Hamid Taherdous, as Mehri introduced. To just use the time efficiently, I just get into the topic of my today's presentation, which is a part of my Westcliff Fellowship that I got for 2023-2024. Basically, during the Westcliff Fellowship program, I have been working to propose and develop a new cybersecurity awareness model. This presentation today is extracted from one of those papers that I published during that fellowship program, the paper published in the Journal of Information. It is an MDPI journal, Q2, with the impact factor of 2.4, if I'm not mistaken, and CIDR score of 6.9. As we all know, the cybersecurity landscape is constantly evolving, presenting a challenge for organizations and individuals, and this rapid evolution makes it vital to strengthen ourselves to defend and provide mechanism against malicious operations. So before going through the presentation, this is the outline of my presentation today, just providing a couple of context about cybersecurity, some numbers, how we are performing currently globally. Then we will go through the challenge that we have been facing, going through the literature review about the cybersecurity awareness frameworks and model which are currently exist in the cybersecurity field, and finally the solution and overview of the new proposed cybersecurity framework, which is called iCAT. The iCAT model is designed basically to enhance cybersecurity training by leveraging innovative tools such as knowledge graphs, serious games, gamification, and many other features compared to the current existing frameworks in the cybersecurity field. So let's start by talking about the cybersecurity. It is so important today. As technology keeps advancing, so does the risk of cybercrime. We are talking about protecting everything from personal information, private information, to critical business data and business information, and even government secrets. It is a big deal because as technology gets more integrated into our daily lives, the number of cyber attacks just keeps going up and up. Here is a kicker. A lot of these security breaches happen because of the simple human mistakes, or let's say human errors even. Criminals, cyber criminals know this and take advantage by using different methods, different tactics like social engineering, where they exploit people's lack of awareness or mistakes in judgments and then getting access to those data that they intention to. This is where cybersecurity awareness training models become vital. It is not just about teaching people to spot phishing emails. It is about giving them the tools to respond effectively as threats keep changing. That is what this research is focused on, developing a model called iCAT that is designed to make this kind of training more effective by being flexible, accessible, and also engaging. Expanding from our understanding of cybersecurity, let's first explore which countries excel in this realm. Following our ontology of cybersecurity as a digital superhero, these countries which are listed on this graph can be linked to advantages on online safety. For instance, Denmark, Sweden, Germany, Ireland, and Japan have demonstrated remarkable power in keeping their cyber territories more secure compared to other countries. Okay, let's break it down a bit. Cybersecurity is about keeping our digital stuff safe, but there is a not so cool part called cybercrime, where bad people try to steal or mess up our digital assets and digital things. In 2021, this cybercrime stuff cost a huge amount of money, 16.4 billion per day, 684.9 million every hour, 11 million every minute, and 190,000 every second. That is a lot of money that cyber crimes are stealing. And here is the not so fun part. It is getting even worse. A report by Cybersecurity Ventures says that by 2025, the damage could be 10.5 trillion each year. Why? Because more and more of our people, more and more of our gadgets are connecting to the internet, and our information is becoming super important. And cybercrime is like the fastest growing crime in the world. So to stop this digital bad guy, businesses need to have the best IT security software and also the training models to follow equipping their people and their stakeholders with those appropriate tools for prevention, recovery, and also disaster planning. Let's a bit explore on the literature review process that I've done before starting developing this new cybersecurity awareness training. I started with the comprehensive search on a Scopus database, covering publications from 2019 up to December 2023. My research focused on three main queries. One centered on training, another on learning, and the third one on education, all in the context of cybersecurity and information security awareness. This search yielded 571 papers, but after removing duplicates, I was left with 380 papers, which were unique. For this, I further refined my selection by filtering out only English articles, removing reviews, books, and conference papers. I eliminated this to narrow down my focus, and then I reached to 129 papers. I then excluded those primary presenting case studies and zeroing in to 25 papers that proposed or evaluated specific models or frameworks in cybersecurity training and cybersecurity awareness models. The figure here I put on this slide illustrates my selection process for evaluating these models and framework, and my review highlights various approaches that are advancement in the field. For example, PIP-CGK stands out for its innovative use of techniques like name entity recognition in blockchain system. Gamification has proven effective with serious games such as Cyber Hero and SPL showing significant improvement in cybersecurity awareness. Besides, framework like SETA and framework like CSNT offer valuable insights into how different strategies can enhance training effectiveness. So this systematic review, which I already published that in Procedure of Computing with Elsevier, underscores the diversity and evolution of methods in cybersecurity awareness training, setting the stage for my own research contributions. In this slide, we are tackling some of the major pain points in current cybersecurity awareness trainings. Many programs still take a one-size-fits-all approach, which can be problematic because it doesn't account for individual learning style or existing knowledge level. This means that the training are not customized or personalized. This lack of customization can make the training less engaging and harder to follow. Another big issue is that many of these programs rely on a static content that quickly become outdated. Within the fast-paced changing cybersecurity threats, sticking with a static content just doesn't cut it anymore. Additionally, traditional training often lacks the interactive elements that keep participants actively involved and engaged into the trainings, and then individuals may attend the training, but because of the lack of engagement in those training, since it is the result of interactive session of the training model, they can't get an effective training as expected. We also face challenges with measuring the effectiveness of these programs. There is no specific metric to ensure that what we will get at the end of the training session is exactly what we expected and planned for. Without the standardized metrics, it is tough to gauge how well these trainings are working in the long run. For smaller businesses, resource constraints and employee reluctance further complicate these issues. So how we have to fix this? Into the iCAT framework. It is designed to overcome this challenge by integrating elements that have proven effective in other frameworks and putting them all together and creating a new framework called iCAT. It combines serious games, knowledge graphs, gamification, learning management system, and capture the flag challenge into one comprehensive approach. The goal is to make the training more engaging and personalized, adapting to each learning needs and space while ensuring that it is accessible to everyone. On this slide, I'm focusing on the serious game component of the iCAT frame. This part of the framework takes a page from Cyber Heroes Playbook, transforming a standard cybersecurity training into something much more engaging and much more dynamic. The key here is gamification. By incorporating game-like elements, I make the training not just educational, but also exciting. The system adapts in real time based on how well each participant is doing, which keeps the experience challenging yet manageable. We are using real-world scenarios to immerse users in practical cybersecurity threats. Participants are actively dealing with them in a simulated environment, and it is a great way to make sure the training is not only theoretical, but also hands-on. The goal is to
Dr.
keep...
I'm sorry to interrupt you. You have only 1 minute to finish and wrap up your presentation, and then we need to move on to Q&A. I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
Sure, no problem. Thank you very much. Thank you for the heads up. So the goal here is to keep learners motivated and invested through a combination of interactive features that we incorporated and included in the training session. The second is gamification and learning management system to be integrated to each other. And this component is designed to revamp traditional training by combining successful elements from various models. To just wrap up, I just moved to the comprehensive model that we came up with. It is the iCAT framework consisting of 5 main classification and stages and phases. And each of these phases contains a couple of other elements and components to just put them all together. As it can be seen, I'm short in time, but all these elements and components get together from different frameworks. We have 29 frameworks in the market, and it is no one integrated framework to just make the cybersecurity training interactive, interesting, compelling, and customizable. Thank you very much. So I'm open to question and answer.
Thank you so much. So time right now is for Q&A. Please unmute yourself to ask your questions from Dr. Taher Douz. Thank you so much, Dr. Taher Douz, for your informative and great presentation. You can also put the audience can also put their questions in the chat box for him as well.
Hello, Dr. Ahmad. I have a question.
Yes, please.
I was curious, as you have been able to publish so many research papers, as a young graduate, I'm willing to learn how to build a habit of writing a paper and publish those papers in international journals, or what is the best suggestion that you recommend to young graduates who are willing to publish their paper in international journals or very authentic journals to build their portfolio? I just wanted to know from you.
Thank you very much, Dal, for your question. That is a great question. I have been received similar question from a couple of my students. Fortunately, we have lots of great resources available at Westcliff. So what I would recommend is to just reach out to the library. Ask for...
Yeah.
Oh, I think he got disconnected, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see him in the room right now, so we can wait until hopefully he can come back soon.
I don't know for what reason to the main lobby. Sorry, I have been cut. So just to continue answering the first question, I would recommend you to reach out to the library and use those resources. And another thing that I would recommend you is the mentorship. We have great faculty members at Westcliff, and you may approach them. Many of them, I know that they are very interested and willing to support students, guide them through this journey. Remember that research and publication is a progress base. It is not something result based or a project based that you do something, finish, and then you are done. It is a progress that you need to start from one point, and then you have to keep continuing, and there is no end point for that. So two recommendations I would have for you, depending on the field that you are researching in or you would like to research on, find a couple of faculties, reach out to them. They would support you by supervising, mentoring yourself, and also the library for amazing resources that we have available.